everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today, I thought that we would do something a little bit different than what I normally do. Although what is normal on my channel, because I feel like I do so many ridiculous things that there's not really any kind of normal. But for today, I thought that we would do one of the makeup tags that has popped up recently in some of the other beauty gurus channels. And that particular makeup tag for today is the makeup romance tag. And this was originally done by DellaFera. I hope I'm saying her name right. I did not see her video first. I actually saw Emily Hanhan's video first, and that was kind of what got me started on thinking that this could be something cool to do. But we're going to do it a little bit different than how everyone else has been doing it. I'm going to have a special guest that I'm going to be interviewing for this, and I'll let them introduce themselves. I suppose I should introduce myself. For anyone out there that doesn't know me, I'm Samantha. Delighted to be here. Thank you for taking the time to watch me, although why should I expect anything else? I mean, look at me. Why wouldn't you watch me? But you were gonna ask me questions, Frank. Well, you keep calling me Frank. We'll brush that off real quick. Yeah, so as I was saying with the makeup tag, so it's makeup romance. So the questions are going to be revolving around romance, people's love lives, I guess, but in the context of makeup. So the first question that I'll get into is, which makeup product, Samantha, do you feel like you are in a committed relationship with? So, you know, the product that is as if you were in a committed relationship. Of course. A committed relationship, well, that is unusual for me, but I suppose for makeup that can sometimes happen. In this case, I think the answer would be Fenty. Their foundation is amazing. I use both the matte foundation as well as the hydrating foundation, and I think both of them are fantastic for me, so I use them all the time. That is a committed relationship. I will never part with them. That's awesome. I'm proud of you for sticking with something. Okay. Question 2 is, which makeup product would you say that you are in the honeymoon phase with? So this is the one where it's the beginning of the relationship, you know, and you're still lovey-dovey, you know, just ignoring any potential flaws that could pop up. You love them. What product would you say that is for you? Yes, the highlight phase of a relationship. That is my favorite. That is what I typically stick to for the most part. For makeup, I think that would be the Huda Beauty highlight palette, although I will say it is this one. And the colors, while they would not typically be that well suited for my complexion, I do love using this for my eyes. But other than that, there are not many products that I can say that I am still in a honeymoon phase with. I do move on quickly. Okay, thank you. So, question 3 is, if you could choose one makeup product that you feel like you friend-zoned, although I feel like that's just something you do to everything, you know, but for makeup, what would you say that you friend-zoned? Friend-zoning, yes. Frank, I do that often. I'm sorry. That is what sometimes happens. But in this case, I think that for makeup, the thing that I friend zone the most would be any pressed setting powder. I don't even bother attempting a friendship with loose setting powders, but I do recognize the potential necessity for a pressed setting powder. But it will never be more than just a simple friendship. Fascinating. Thank you for that. Question 4. which makeup product is the one that you let get away? So if you happen to have had something that you had your eye on, but it got away from you and now you can't have it anymore. The one that got away. That's interesting. Not much gets away from me. I mean, look at me. But I will say that in this case, it's probably from Charlotte Tilbury. She had recently some limited edition eyeshadow quads and eyeliners that came out, and unfortunately, I made the simple mistake of hesitation, and they were sold out when it came time for me to purchase them. Hopefully Charlotte will bring them back. I do love those colors, especially the copper and the green palettes, but we shall see. Thank you. Next question is there any makeup product that you are currently crushing on? You know, that really you really like it. Go. Excellent question, Frank. Which product am I currently crushing on? Well, usually it's that they crush on me, but in this particular case, I will say that the new Gucci powder, I am definitely crushing on that. However, we shall have to wait and see if I decide to purchase that or not. Undecided as of yet, but every time I hear it mentioned by one of the other beauty gurus, I immediately decide I must have it. So, is that satisfactory, Frank? Yes. Stop calling me Frank. Next question. Which makeup product would you say broke your heart, if any? The makeup product that broke my heart. Yes, well, no surprise there. I'm sure that everyone realizes that's the Pat McGrath foundation. I just had my heart set on it, and the packaging won me over immediately, and then as soon as I applied it to my face, it was just a disaster. So, still reeling over that one. I agree. Heartbreaking. So, next question. What makeup product would you say that you have grown apart from? That, you know, you used to really like it a lot, and now it's just meh. Thoughts? Ah, yes. The makeup product that I find that I am growing apart from. I think in this particular case, it's not just one product, it's an entire company. In this particular case, I think it's the Jeffree Star Cosmetics line. When I first began my love affair with makeup, I absolutely adored the Jeffree Star Cosmetics brand. I think that their products and packaging are fantastic. However, the more that I follow things on social media and the more that I listen and hear about things from other beauty gurus, the more that I hear about the company and things, it's turning me off more and more. And so I am unsure as to whether I shall purchase anything from that company in the future. Thank you, Samantha. Interesting answer. I agree. Next question is, which makeup product would you say that you would have a fling with, but that you would never date or commit to? So, what is something that you would be willing to use on occasion, but that you don't really want to use on a consistent basis? Excellent question, Frank. As you know, I have flings often because what are feelings and commitment? These are things that I just know not of. But in this particular case, I think that what I have a fling with every so often are fake eyelashes and a dark red lip. I don't wear them often. Clearly, I let my hair speak for me, so there's no need to have a very bold lip. But for fake eyelashes, I also think sometimes they are delightful to wear. But for the most part, I clearly am a natural beauty, so I need not fake items to enhance my look. Okay, thank you. Least honest answer ever. Okay. Next question. What makeup product would you say that you have a love-hate relationship with, where the end result is very, very nice, but the process of application and everything just makes you dread having to use it? But I guess to quote a girl next door, the juice is worth the squeeze. What are your thoughts? Love-hate relationships. Yes, Frank, I can relate to this, as I'm sure you can as well. I think that the makeup products that I have the most love-hate relationship with are liquid lipsticks in general. I find that they make my lips very dry, and that I still get the product on my teeth even after using several different types of tricks. So yes, I am undecided on that one, which is why it's just a love-hate, because at the end of the day they do make my lips look very nice, and when you toss a nice gloss on top, it just adds to the final picture. But the process I dread every time. Does the hair ever bother you? Last question, thank God. What is one type of makeup product that you'd be willing to give a second chance to, where maybe on the first go it didn't go out so well, but you're willing to give it another go, or that you did already give another second chance to? Thoughts? Frank, I do not give things second chances often, as you know. It was already difficult to convince me to come here and speak with you today. But if I did have to give a product a second chance, I would say that it would be the Hourglass Stick Foundation. I typically hate stick foundations. They are very cakey and do not blend well. The first time that I used the stick foundation from Hourglass, I found that immediately thereafter it was all very patchy and cakey and didn't really blend the way that I liked. But then several hours later, somehow the scorching heat that comes from my face melted it into my skin, and it ended up looking flawless. So I think based on the later in the day effects, I could be convinced to give the foundation a second chance. Thank you. That's great. Well, that's all the questions that I have for today. Any parting thoughts that you want to provide to the viewers, Samantha? Dear God, I hope not. Oh, is that all, Frank? No other additional questions? Okay. Well, I wish I could say it was a delight to be here, but seeing you again, Frank, is always a disappointment. But for my fans, I greatly appreciate your presence, and hopefully this was enjoyable for you. Well, thank God that's over. She's horrible. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this content. I hope that the answers were interesting for you, and that person was enjoyable and entertaining. If you did enjoy this, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, throw out any other tags that you might want me to cover, and yeah, other than that, just hope you guys have a good one. Stay put, wig. Make it work. Oh God. I rarely have flings. I don't know. Okay. I don't give second chance.